Hi, I'm back. I am so sorry that I have not been uploading for a couple of days. It is just so much has been happening in my personal life, and it's kind of interfered with me recording. But as you know, I'm also not going to be able to really upload this upcoming weekend either because, like I said, I am journeying back to the States. So, this week is going to be really, really hectic for me, but I'm going to try to make sure to get you your video tomorrow and possibly one more before the weekend. I'm really hoping to get one more up. I was supposed to be uploading so much more than this, but like I said, so much has gotten in the way. And of course, a lot has happened since my last video. So I gotta talk about the shETHER. I have to talk about the Nicki Remy stuff going on. I kind of really wanted to wait also until everything came out, but since Nicki hasn't come out with anything yet, I might as well talk about it now because I've literally been holding and biting my tongue. I gotta talk about it. And secondly, the Oscars. We definitely got to talk about the wins and the incident. You know what incident I'm talking about. I'm gonna give my reaction to that. So let's get to it. So the Remy Nicki beef. I don't know if anyone or if any of you have heard it yet. I doubt it that anybody hasn't heard it yet. But if you haven't, I'm going to try my best to include a link in the description. So pretty much it is up in the air. You know, there's still a lot of debate about who really started this. Some people are saying Remy started it with her song and that there couldn't have been anyone else she was talking about. And it's obvious that she was talking about Nicki. However, I just tend to say if she said it wasn't about Nicki, then it wasn't about Nicki. Like, Nicki isn't the only person in the world. So, if Nicki decided to take it upon herself to respond to something, even after someone came out and said that it wasn't about them, then I mean, hey, you're kind of inviting this, right? I don't know if Nicki's ever going to respond. I'm pretty sure it's been more than 48 hours by now. There was supposedly something that leaked on Instagram about her supposed response, but some people are saying, oh, her response wouldn't get leaked, and if you think that's something she would say, then you're not a real Nicki fan. Like, honestly, I'm not a real Nicki fan. I'm not a fan of really either, but that doesn't mean I'm going to ignore when someone just got obliterated, and Remy Ma's diss was pretty intense. So honestly, when I saw, even if it was a fan-made verse on Instagram, it still sounded like something Nicki would say. Honestly, like if we're being 100% honest here, Nicki ain't been right since the Safari split up. And let's not forget back in 2009, 10-ish, the Keys diss, which also was impeccable work of art, if you ask me. So this is literally not the first time someone has come for Nicki and she has barely responded, and it's kind of funny to me because she's so quick to respond to people like Miley Cyrus and Taylor Swift. Like, girl, they ain't finna, that ain't no real beef. And plus, I have a problem with Nicki anyway because her lyrics are problematic as far as against women of color. So, I really don't have too many feelings about Nicki anyway. I'm not going to defend her because, like I said, she's extremely problematic in my opinion. I was a slight fan of hers for a very brief moment around the whole Roman's Revenge era, but it soon quickly faded again. Because I guess I just wasn't really meant to be a Nicki Minaj fan. So I don't know. We're still waiting on her response, but honestly, at this point, it doesn't look like she's going to. And honestly, she's been posting on Instagram and responding to everyone else but Remy. So like I said, I don't really think she's going to respond. especially coming for Trey Songz. Like, Trey Songz kind of, I don't know, the way he was responding to Nicki, it was so condescending. It was kind of funny. It was kind of I know you can't really hear a tone when someone's typing, but you still can imagine the tone that it would be in if they were to be speaking to you. And it was a very condescending inclination behind it. Like, if you would look on my Instagram, you would see I already denounced the rumors. I still love you. Like that's how he was responding to her. So, I don't know. Because, I mean, clearly, you know, it had to be a condescending tone because Nicki then deleted her tweets to him. So, it's just a whole big old mess. So, honestly, I'm just kind of like, Nicki, are you kind of taking your L on this one? Because I think it's an L. If we're speaking lyrically wise, as far as in the traditional sense of a beef, Remy did what she was supposed to do as far as a rap beef. So, like I said, I will still be on the lookout for Nicki's response, and if she ever does one, I will also make a video in reaction to that. So there's really not much to say outside of Remy killed it and she ain't responding yet. That's my take on it, because I really do think that this was pretty good. So the Oscars. I'm very, very I'm not surprised about how many actors of color won this year's, you know, in response to last year's the Oscars So White hashtag. However, I am glad to see non-traditional movies win. You know, Moonlight winning Best Picture and everything like that. I was very, very happy about that, because Moonlight is not traditional in any aspect, socially speaking. So it was very, very good. However, I was very, very disappointed in the mix-up. Them, you know, Warren Beatty talking about, I was hesitant because it just said Emma Stone and La La Land, and, you know, I didn't read anything, or I didn't want to read it because I wasn't sure. And it's like, well, I would believe your argument if you had not been so hesitant when the producer actually came out and had to announce himself that Moonlight actually won. Like, it seemed like the entire crew was on stage unwilling to admit that they really didn't win. And the sheer bitterness of the young man that said they didn't win before the producer came out and we didn't win, so. Like, what? Really? This is so cruel. And it's just like, now Moonlight winning, their moment has been taken from them, because the headlines of the incident is not going to be, Moonlight wins Best Picture. It's going to always be, first La La Land was on stage and they didn't really win. Like, even in that. And then to top it all off, I'm very disappointed in Jimmy Kimmel. Oh my goodness. I think you guys should just keep it anyway. You know what? Why can't everyone just keep Oscars? Mr. Kimmel, and the history of the Oscars, ever since the beginning of Oscars, when have they just given everybody in said category an Oscar? Come on. Don't do this. Don't do this. You know, you're following up to try to cover up your problematic statement with even more problematic statements. It's like, no, once you insert your foot in your mouth, the only thing you can either do is just keep it there or try to take the foot out of your mouth. But don't keep talking and put it further in your mouth, because that's what he eventually ended up doing. I think everyone should keep it. And I applaud. Some people were saying, it's offensive how he snatched that card out of Beatty's hand. No, I applaud him for snatching it, because nobody wanted to give Moonlight that award. Like, they literally were so hesitant on giving that award. And I applaud him for taking things into his own hands and gracefully handing over the award. He even said to Jimmy Kimmel, I am proud to give this to our peers because they deserve it, and it was a big moment to take that moment that you were announced the winner and you weren't, and the people that did, to know that it's not really about you. Yeah, I guess in a technical sense, a moment was taken from you, but he also embraced the moment and said it really wasn't our moment ever to begin with. It was their moment that was taken from them, and I loved how he approached that. I loved it. He had the most grace out of everybody on that stage, and I loved it. So, like I said, the main disappointing thing about this whole thing is that it's literally going to just go down in history as La La Land being mentioned first because they were mistakenly mentioned. It sucks. It really does suck. They win Best Picture, for such a unorthodox film, and that moment is going to always be overshadowed by Beatty and Dunaway just jumping the gun and announcing the wrong movie. It just feels all too familiar. But yep, so that's all I have for you guys today. Keep recommending topics. Let me know what you would like to hear me discuss. And also, like I said, I'm going to try to get you at least one more video before the weekend. I know I have kind of been slacking in the consistency department, but I do intend and anticipate my schedule becoming more consistent as I land back into the U.S. It's just right now, my personal life and my vlog life are kind of just bumping heads right now. It's a lot of things that are out of my control as to why I am uploading so sporadically, but I promise it will get better. It will become more consistent, I promise you. So make sure to subscribe, keep subscribing, keep liking videos, keep sharing, and I'm gonna remind you guys at the end of every video, so you're probably gonna get tired of hearing about it, but remember, when I hit 50 likes and 50 subs, I am giving away Batman paraphernalia. So remember, Batman giveaway, 50 likes, 50 subs. So keep on liking, keep subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys.